Hi, everybody. Alright, so it's finally happened. The MSM and big government are pushing Gary Johnson as a Trump alternative for the good old party. CNN is the one who started this. This is on half a dozen other alternative sites. And right now what they have up is a little half paragraph with a video. And it basically says this person talks to Libertarian Candidate Gary Johnson, who will probably be on all 50 ballots and polling at 11%. And basically everybody calling for a Trump alternative.
Is an alternative. A former Republican governor who could end up on the ballot in all 50 states. Gary Johnson is a libertarian, popular two-term former governor of New Mexico who received over 1 million votes in 2012. Joined
So as you can see, folks, they are really trying to push for a Trump alternative. They know that Gary Johnson is probably very similar to Hillary. I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe he also comes from a law background. He was a two-term governor, as you heard, in New Mexico. Did quite well. I haven't heard any major problems during his gubernatorial reign. So anyways, this is what the mainstream media and the big government are pushing. Anyone but Trump. And what is the GOP pushing? Never Hillary. Can you imagine all those people in New York and various other states who registered as Republicans just so they could vote for him, now have to re-register as independents just so they can vote for Gary? So we're basically going to end up getting Hillary, and there's just going to be a super debacle. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this ends up. And I thought this was going to be definitely what was going to happen due to the fact that he's on all 50 states and the Libertarian Party is gaining momentum. I'm not certain it'll ever replace the GOP, but it will show that there is support for another party. Personally, I think that there's plenty of support for a dozen other parties, but we'll keep the math simple. The Democrats and the Republicans and the Libertarians and the Green and the Constitutional Party, etc., don't endorse you, well, then you're probably not endorsable. But, hey, that's just my thoughts. I would run as a hardcore Republican, and I'd make Trump look like a choir boy. I would say, you know what, upon my presidency, upon the first hour of my presidency, these things will be written into law via my executive mandate, my executive order. We will get away from a fiat currency. We will make the US dollar strong again. We'll make our borders stronger. We will make our military grow to at least 10 to 20% our population. And we will have over 25 carriers at sea at all times. When you're in the military, you will be doing one tour overseas, and you will be doing one tour domestically, training, etc. We will now issue a draft And we will now reconvene various other things so that everybody gets their 2 years in for the military. And by the way, we're bringing down the banks, so these big global wars are gone. And that will be that. And I would just go along with that and say, you know what? Anyone who joins, and then I would issue all the things I've said before. So, this is it. The MSN and the big government are pushing Gary Johnson as a GOP alternative. Thank you.